What's up, all my investors? It is Shadai, and I'm back again with another HINANCE video breaking down the complex financial world for everyday people like me and you so we can make some money. Today I'm talking about some stock investing tips. But before I get there, of course, just know that I am not a financial advisor. I'm only sharing what works for me. What works for me may not work for you, but you can apply what works for me to your strategy, or you can research and see if that's going to work for your strategy. Because in the end, your strategy is the most important part of you investing in general. So, with that being said, the first tip I would say is, and this is going to be a little contradicting, but invest in what you know. Now, there may be new opportunities in this world that you don't understand. Like, for example, genomics. I think genomics, through my research, genomics seems to be like kind of like the future of the healthcare industry. It's going to make a lot of different changes. I don't really understand genomics fully, but I understand the concept. Through research and through reading, I understand the concept. Obviously, I'm not a scientist, so I'm not going to get every detail of it, but I understand the concept. So even if you just understand a concept or how something can make a change, like I think genomics is pretty. If they can cure a cancer, you just think about how big of a difference that's going to make in this world in general. So I can understand that. I don't need to be a scientist to understand that, because cancer is definitely a leading thing that's killing people. So understanding the concept of just an industry is going to help you better invest. You know, I get asked all the time, well, what should I invest? Should I invest in this or should I invest in that? Don't invest in something that is already up 300%. And when I say don't invest, I mean not in that moment. Like, look for a pullback. That's what you need to be looking for. Look for a pullback. Look for a 10% pullback, 20% pullback. These are the things you need to be researching. Obviously, if something's up 300%, it's obviously a good stock to have. But it was good stock to have when it was down 300%, not when it's up 300%. So just keep all these things in mind when you're looking for stocks. You know, a lot of people read articles and then they just buy whatever the articles say. To be very careful with that. I need you to find opportunities, not stuff that's already out the roof, because that's not really an opportunity. I mean, I guess it depends how you look at it. If you're saying 20 years from now it's going to be higher than that, then yes, I guess it's considered an opportunity. But I'm trying to help you find some real opportunities, stuff that's down, and you can catch it when it's on its way to 300% up. With that being said, do your research. Like, I can't explain how simple it is. You got the Google box in your hand. You're probably watching this from your little Google box in your hand. This is a start. This is me watching my videos is just a start. I'm gonna give you a little bit of seasoning. I don't even know if it's seasoning. I'm gonna give you a little bit of seasoning, but you gotta go figure out the whole recipe on your own, because what works for me may not work for you. What works for you may not work for me, but we can learn from each other. I can tell you about my experience and what I know, and you can share what you know and what you're going through. So we can learn from each other. But like I said, this is just a start. You need to do your research. There's so many resources out there. Your platforms have resources. You know, I just made a video about TD Ameritrade, how they have all these resources when you trade on their platform. So if you need more resources, if Cash App isn't giving you enough resources, or Robinhood isn't giving you enough, Webull isn't giving you enough resources, go check out a TD Ameritrade and, you know, use their resources. Understand that you may have to pay for some information. Nothing in life is free. Nothing in life is just given. I do my videos because I care for y'all people, and I want to grow with y'all, and I want us all to be rich, as many as us as we can take to the promised land, because it's only going to help our communities. But you may need to pay. You may need to invest to make more money. You got to think about it. If you only have to pay $5, $10 a month, or what the case, so that you can make double, triple, quadruple that, it ain't gonna hurt. Trust me, you got to invest in yourself. I know y'all heard that before. You got to spend money to make money. So always remember that. Don't be scared to invest a little bit of money. If it don't work out, you just stop spending it. That's it. If you gotta spend $5 a month for this resource, after a few months, check if that $5 a month is making you double that or triple that. And if it is, then it works out. Like we just gotta be more smart. Everybody wants things handed to them, and this is not how this works. Like you're gonna lose money if you think that just asking people, hey, should I invest in this? Should I invest in that? No, change the question. Change the question. This is another tip. Change your question. Not should you invest. What do you think about such and such stock? I think that changing the question just changes the dynamic of the conversation. Like when you say, oh, should I invest in this? That to me sounds like, yo, I'm lazy as hell. I don't know if I should. I don't know if I shouldn't. But if you tell me I should, maybe I will. But I'm too lazy to figure out and make a decision. I'm not independent on my own to be able to make a decision. So I'm going to ask you in hopes that you can help me make a decision, because I can't make a decision on my own anyways. You know, I'm not my own brain. I'm not my own human, and I can't do nothing on my own, and I need someone else to guide me. No, that's not the reality of your situation. Change the question. Let's have a debate about it. Hey, what do you think? Hey, I seen this about Redfin stock. What do you think about Redfin stock? Well, I think Redfin stock, and this is a question that someone asked me, so I'm just kind of using this opportunity to put it out there. But you know, someone asked me what are my thoughts on Redfin stock, and I said, you know, I'm gonna put it out there in my next video. And Redfin stock has ran up already. You missed the boat. You missed the boat. But can it be disruptive? Absolutely. It can be disruptive to how homes get sold. If you look at the details, you know, they pay their agents a salary rather than a commission, which saves the seller a little bit of money. So if a seller wants to save money, they're going to go to Redfin rather than your average agent. So it's disruptive within that market. So is it a bad stock to have in your portfolio? No, I don't think it's a bad stock to have in your portfolio. Has it ran up already? Yes. So you have to look for an opportunity to get in. So having more of a debate, like, hey, I've noticed that Redfin has already run up. What's your thoughts? Or how do you feel about getting into Redfin at this price rather than down 20%? Do you think that Redfin, or how do you feel about Redfin being here in 5 to 10 years? Like, what do you think about just their business model structure? Like, we have to debate rather than just ask, like, as if like the person you're asking is like the Lord of Stocks or something like that. So just change the dynamics of how the questions are being asked so that you actually get a lot out of the conversation rather than just like yes or no, or someone just saying whatever so you can just shut up and just go away. I hope that I didn't want to share too much. This was a quick brief. I'll do another stock tips video, my stock tips video. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I'm forgetting. If there's anything that you would recommend, make sure you put it in the comments below, because like I always say, a lot of people starting out watch these videos and they can use as many tips as possible. What has worked for you? What are some tips that you can give to somebody? And remember, you sharing anything is not going to hurt no money in your pocket. It's not going to take money out your pocket. It's only going to help other people. And what better way to help other people than just share a little bit of just opinion, thought on what you've learned. And lastly, I'm going to finish off with stick with your strategy. After you find your strategy, stick with your strategy. What I have learned is that every time that I've gotten away from my strategy, I've lost money. Every time that I've stuck to my strategy, I've gained money. Now, that's just what I've noticed. That doesn't mean that my strategy is still not faulty. My strategy still needs improving every day. I always still need more resources to look at. But I don't veer off a hype. And when I do, I lose money. When I stick to what I know and stick to what I agreed to and stick to my strategy, what works for me, I make money. So with that being said, that's going to finish off my tips, my current tips for this week. If y'all want me to share some more tips, though, let me know in the comments below. And I'll be happy to gather some more tips for y'all to share, because that's what it's about. Don't forget, if you want to join the Stocks group chat, shoot me a DM above and I will get you all the details. We're in there just trying to build generational wealth, sharing information, sharing articles. I send out books to everybody in the chat, because it's all about gaining more knowledge. My channel isn't about feeding you all the food. It's about giving you a little bit, giving you a little smell, a little taste, so you can go out and hunt on your own, so that you don't need me to make decisions. You got to be able to make decisions on your own, because if you got to sell, you got to sell. If you got to buy, you got to buy. There's no time to call me. There's no time to shoot me a message. you know, in real time, there's not much time because a stock can go from here to here in a matter of seconds, minutes, hours. So with that being said, I appreciate you all for watching. Just don't forget to like, comment, subscribe down below. I appreciate you all always. I'll see you tomorrow.